Welcome to the Making Sense of Marketing video series, where we look to educate and inspire people with their marketing. Now, Arrow Wheels specialise in the repair of alloy wheels, along with a custom manufacture of alloy wheels to order. The owner of the business, Lance Bell, has invited us to come and take a look at his business. So let's go meet with Lance and see what we can learn. Okay, Lance, so time to talk marketing. So firstly, tell me, what are your goals for the business? Are you wanting to open another branch, or are you really just wanting to maximise the performance of, your existing branch?
Well, our existing branch is concrete on the floor at the moment. We've looked at other opportunities to sort of go elsewhere, but we're so personalised. We're a one-off business, and the way things are in New Zealand now, we're a small country, and people utilise us in one spot, and it's just perfect. Where we are, all the machines and professionalism is all in one spot. Perfect.
So you wouldn't ever franchise the business or open satellite offices in other parts of the country?
I have done a franchise and come out of that, and knowing what that's like, this is one-on-one. It's too personalised, yeah.
And in terms of your coverage of your business, though, you do have quite a reasonable coverage of the North Island, don't you, in terms of what you can service?
Oh, totally. It's after many years that we've been doing the business, it's just fantastic that everybody knows what we do, and because we are specialised, it's a great, unique business. We do get even a bit of work from the South Island.
So geographically, how far south can you service?
Well, we can basically do the whole of New Zealand.
Right.
It's no problem. It's only freight, and freight to us to the location where it all happens, and then we do our magic and then move on again. It's very easy, very simple. But it's mainly the North Island. Yeah. It's great.
So, what are your typical key sources for the business?
The key sources would be mainly the wheel repairs. It's about 80-20. So we customise and make and manufacture our three-piece wheels, which is the brand, which is the name of Arrow, and the 80% is the wheel repairs and customising, old school wheels to your brand new Lambo, Ferrari, Mercedes wheels. But as we know, the Kiwis love the cars, and there's a lot of cars I'm out there. But it's having a specialist experience and the knowledge to do them properly, and that's just a key point.
And in terms of the makeup of where you actually get the business from, though, is it predominantly repeat business or referrals, or is a lot of it one-off new clients?
A lot of it's one-off new clients. There again, it's referrals are huge in business. Referrals is huge. Yeah.
So in terms of your business, would it be fair to say that you do get a lot of referrals on the basis of the quality of the work that you're doing?
That would be spot on. Referrals and quality of our work is where I come from. Me being a toolmaker and my trade, I'm pretty fussy and pretty black and white. It's easy to do our job because we had the experience and the know-how to actually get the job done. It is awesome to do the job right, and that's where I come from. I just want to do it right. It's got to be right. But referrals is huge. You do a good job with somebody, they're going to tell somebody else.
Yeah.
Go to Arrows, they'll sort it. Simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, it in itself is a great form of marketing, isn't it? Do a great job, and then through that, people then will go and tell others, and you get business that way. So it's cheap if you put in the effort and create a great job in the first place.
Yeah, absolutely, it's totally.
And in terms of your clientele, from what I understand, it can really be split into two. You've got your commercial side, which is like your car dealers and that where you're repairing the wheels for their cars, and then you've got your private individuals. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. And what would be the split? Any idea between the two?
Percentage-wise, you'd probably 70-30.
70 being which, the dealers or the private individuals?
Probably the private individuals,
Right.
but things have changed over the years. I wouldn't have quoted those figures, but like all businesses, you've got to monitor what you're doing and keep an eye on where your business is coming from.
Yeah.
Which, the bookwork and so on is becoming, a little bit more active and stuff that you have to do upstairs rather than downstairs, and it's quite easy to monitor now.
Right. So tell me, do you once a year sit down and make the time and go through and plan out your marketing, to do a marketing plan for the next year?
Well, I could lie to you and say absolutely, but it's not the way. We're usually head down and just doing the work, but I would love to say yes, but probably no.
And what would be the main reason why you don't?
Because of that, working and probably knowledge, not really knowing what is actually out there to help my business. I mean, that would be crucial. I know there are other sources. I have had third-party edification come in my businesses over the years, but in today's world, I'm sure there are ways of boosting your business.
And in terms of actually though writing out your marketing plan, do you suffer from sort of being not quite sure what a marketing plan should look like?
Oh, totally, absolutely.
So if I gave you a one-page marketing plan like that, would that help?
One page, wow.
Yeah. So
well, that looks great. Yeah.
So given, as a small business owner, you feel like you struggle with time, if I gave you that and said to you that it really only needs you to spend half an hour or so on actually completing it, good to spend more time actually thinking about completing it, but it need not take you long to complete it, would that be too daunting for you?
Not at all. Yeah, that would be fine. I mean, that's is that all if that's all the information you need? Yeah,
that's all you need. And part of the exercise is important is just to be really thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, for a lot of small business owners, not quite sure maybe what all should be contained in a marketing plan. So by giving you that structure, that then is going to prompt you to think about these different elements within that plan, and then when you're confident that you've done that, you can then go and complete it. And then you've got a basic structure to help guide you for the next year. Because, my argument is, it's like anything, if you plan, you're more likely to be successful. If you don't plan, that's when things tend to go awry. But planning
Pretty
doesn't
simple,
have to
isn't
be
it?
too onerous, as you can see there. It can actually be quite a simple process.
Trouble is in business, we've all got it. We all know it, but it's putting it down and
Yeah.
getting it done and doing it.
Yeah.
That looks very simple, to be honest.
So having a template like that hopefully should help you
That's
to
great.
crystallise your marketing plan. So another question for you in terms of that kind of theme, do you find that marketing's becoming more challenging as technology is advancing?
I probably don't in a way, because I like marketing and I try and keep up with it, but it is definitely changing. I did a course many years ago, and I guarantee if I went into that course again, it would be probably 50% different, because it's one of those things you have to keep up with it.
Yeah.
Same as technology with cars and technology with hospitals and so on. You've got to keep up with it.
Yeah.
It's
So I
important.
guess some of the feedback I've had from a lot of small business owners is that, technology keeps changing. There's new things come out, new platforms. You've got Facebook, you've got Google, you've got Instagram, and so on. And a lot of small business owners feel that they're so busy trying to run their business that it's hard for them to keep up and understand what these platforms are and what's good for what and what's good for other things. So for you, does that kind of resonate with you at all?
Absolutely, that's totally correct. Yeah,
Right.
in every way, Paul. Yeah, absolutely.
So one of our ideas really with making sense of marketing is just to try and fill the void for small business owners and help them to not necessarily become experts, but to have a good understanding of the basics of marketing. And we do that hopefully by providing our resources. Now, tell me at the moment though, what type of marketing do you undertake? What sort of marketing are you doing at the moment?
very minimal. We do rely on feedback from our clients and doing a good job, but what we're undertaking is probably just Facebook, Instagram, yeah.
And Google? You're on
And,
Google?
and Google, yeah,
Right.
Google, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So I see, you've got a website.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think one of the things that really comes out for me for your business is that it's a business where you can easily convey visually what you do. And the old story is a picture tells 1,000 words. So by being able to visually demonstrate what you do makes your job, or the job of whoever's doing your marketing, that much easier. We know that people will gravitate to images over text, whether it be photos or videos. So for you can either do before and after photo, or you can do a video. And I'd be pretty confident that you're going to get good response from using visuals. Has that been your experience?
Oh, unbelievable. I had an accident and I had to stay home for a few months, and I sent through some pictures and so on through a source of marketing, and my manager Mark just rang me and said, "What are you doing?" And all that I did was just pictures. So that just proves to me that it's so important to do the very, very basics in marketing, and it just works because people are into that, not big long stories. They're into that instant bang, bang in your face, and it just works.
And as I say, that's one of the ways that you're actually quite fortunate with the type of business. If you, for instance, were an accountant, you couldn't convey the message of what you do as easily or convincingly as what you can. All you need to do is show a before photo and an after photo. You don't actually need a lot of words.
No.
People can see the difference. And I think in your case, there's a lot of times that I think you can do work that a lot of people wouldn't realise that you can do. They would think it's not repairable, but you can actually repair it. And rather than consuming too much text to convey that message, you can just show photos and the very bare minimum of text. So
that's right. Sometimes you don't even need to have exactly no text at all.
No.
The instant gratification is huge. Yeah.
So what about email marketing though? Do you do that at all?
No, we don't, and no, we don't. It's something where
Any particular reason? Just don't know how to do it?
I don't know.
Or?
Probably don't know how to do it. Definitely don't know how to do it. But everybody's got an email. I mean, it's something where it's always been clawing me at the side to sort of have a go, have a look at it, but no, we don't do any email marketing.
Right. And question kind of related to that, are you aware of situations where you have lost clients because they've kind of either forgotten about you or didn't realise you're still in business?
Yes, correct. Yeah, I was going to say definitely. It's something where it's a little bit embarrassing, to be honest. Where we possibly should have kept in touch, and I know we've lost business over it. I definitely know. But because we have been around a long time, the wave has come back and gone, oh, well, you're still around. Well, okay, I have got some work for you.
Right. So with email marketing, of course, it's a way in which you can stay in contact through the years, and it need not be too invasive, but maintain that profile. So in terms of your business split, as we talked before, you've got your commercial clients, which is largely your car dealers, and you've got your private individuals. Now, in terms of database, I would assume you've got a database for all your commercial clients, because that'll be kind of prerequisite really with dealing with them.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yep, that's right. It's far easier with the commercial clients than it is with the private, yeah.
Right. So with the private, to date, have you been collecting their emails?
Not a lot, probably, no.
Any particular reason?
Just not sure. Not sure what to do with it. They always give out mobile phone numbers, but everybody's got an email. It's just some people do actually just give us email and not their mobile number,
right.
to contact them, which has worked. So, yeah, I'd probably probably like to try that.
Right. So in terms of email marketing though, does it worry you about how you're actually going to learn to do email marketing, and also, what exactly are you going to email clients? Is that something that concerns you?
That would be the two key things. It does worry us a little bit, but I think a bit of guidance in the right direction. I mean, everybody's got an email address, everybody's got a phone number, a mobile number. I don't see it to be a major problem moving forward.
Right. Yeah. In terms of content, to give you an example of what you could do, my thoughts of the sort of content that you could convey to clients through email marketing would include things like, sending them out an email talking about interesting projects that you've done. Mm-hmm. Maybe, a particular repair that you're, proud of, or something that's a little bit unique and different. We know that the type of client that you'll generally have are typically into cars. Mm-hmm. So even if they don't need a wheel repair done, if they see some photos from you, they'll probably really enjoy them. And it just helps to keep them engaged. So you can do that by photos, as I said, or even videos as well. There's other things like special events. So, for instance, it could be Mother's Day coming up.
Yeah, I was just thinking of things like that. Yeah, exactly.
Valentine's Day. Yeah. You could do a kind of a themed email based on those events that are coming up. Christmas coming up. Then you could do emails based on helpful tips like how to look after your alloy wheels.
Yeah, after they've been repaired or something.
Yeah, and you could talk about like summer's coming, make sure you check your tyre pressure, all that sort of thing, and it could be more general as well, more just generally car related. That would be something else you could do. There could be other things like general news about what's happening around your business.
Well, events coming up. Could be the drags, could be car event, Big Boy Toys, could be anything, because there's so many people into cars. Could be there's so many new events coming up all the time. There's this Mudfest thing coming up. There's all sorts of things. It's all related. Yeah.
So you start thinking like that, and then there's other things like you might do an email talking about a new employee, or a new employee might be his 5-year anniversary or something like that. You might take some action shots, or just send an email, this is what the boys get up to, and have an email that's just showing people about that. It's not selling anything, but it's just keeping in touch.
Wow, there's a big one there with my manager who's been with me 30 years. I could do a big thing with him. Mark, 30 years working for Arrow Wheels.
Yeah, and when you think about that, if you send an email out to clients and doing that, you're not selling them anything, but what you are saying is, boy, this business has staff that have been there for 30 years. Yeah. What does that tell you? How much experience, how happy you must be to be there that long, and so on. So,
it gives them the confidence that they're working with not just a fly-by-night business.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So they don't know that. How would they know that?
So when you start thinking about it, there's actually quite a lot you could email about. The one cautionary comment that I would make, though, is that in the media, sometimes you read, and I read an article recently where this person said, for email marketing, you should be emailing out about twice a week. That's just not going to fly. No. And well, that's one of my concerns, and this is why I'm doing Making Sense of Marketing, is because if you make broad brush statements like that, it can lead people down the wrong path. And they end up very disappointed because they think they take it literally and they do exactly that and they don't get the right result. Now, if I take you as an example, if I said to you, I want you to email twice a week, I reckon you'd probably only last a month before you'd be saying, Paul, I'm done. We've run out of things, run out of ideas. And the other thing that will happen is that people will see emails from you and they'll see them often. And some people argue that's great because you're getting, keeping yourself top of mind. But if they keep they keep reading your emails and the quality slips and they become boring, then they'll stop looking at them.
It's a one-finger wipe. I do that all the time with so many that come to me. It's so easy on the new phones and new detail that comes to you. It's just a one-finger wipe. I'm not even going to read that, and I do it all the time. Every day, I'm wiping. So I don't want to get into that situation.
So you've got to have that balance between frequency and quality. Yeah. And I'd always say quality over quantity. Yeah. If you send an email once a month and it's a great email, then I'm pretty confident people will look forward to that email and they will read it. But if you send them twice a week and the quality drops away, then you'll lose the impact.
Yeah,
so
totally
always
agree.
go for quality over quantity.
Totally.
The other thing I would say to you is just make it part of your daily life. So get on a wall calendar maybe, if that works for you. Just put up, okay, well, on the, maybe, in the first week of every month and maybe the third week of every month or second or whatever, we're going to send out an email and just have it charted for the whole year, work out what the topics are going to be, mark them all down. You can always do some extra ones in between if required, but stick to that habit. And that way it's not too daunting, but you can also focus on that quality. So always quality over quantity. If you were to do the 2 a week, that wouldn't work and you'd give up. You don't want that to happen. So it just needs to be a way of life, but it needs to fit in with everything else and be realistic. So I think for you, maybe once to twice a month would be good. I think for you twice, but whatever works for you, but quality always over quantity.
I think a little detail is and not waffle
Yes.
is really important, really, really important.
Yeah.
But I am fortunate in a way, I believe, because there's something with wheels and people.
Yes, absolutely.
Girls, guys, oh my God, it's just, I get it every single day. There's something about wheels that people really like. Wheels make a car, and it's just really, really, really in their face. It's great. I get instant gratification when I put stuff out there.
And the great thing is, if you do email marketing, is you control who sees it. With social media, I still recommend doing social media, but you're subject to the algorithms of the platform that you're using. Whereas social media, you've got the email, you send it out to them. So you're very much in control of getting it to the people you want to see it. So that's a big plus. But what about the actual art of learning email marketing? The actual learning the process of how to do it. Does that worry you? Are you concerned that might be difficult and you might not be able to do that? And how are you going to do that?
Well, it's a stepping stone forward if we're going to get into it, but it does worry me, sort of how the process is going to work. But I think with the right guidance and so on, it's the way of the future. It's the way things need to be. It's not a matter of wanting to, it's just a matter of having to, in a way.
So what I would actually like you to do is I've created an online course to teach people how to do email marketing. And what I'd like you to do is actually have a go at it, and then we can catch up again and see how that's gone. Now the thing with the email marketing course that I've created is, and correct me if I'm wrong, one of the biggest things with small businesses is this perceived lack of time. They feel like you're really busy, you're kind of jack of all trades, trying to do everything. So my concern is that people will feel they don't have the time to actually go ahead and complete the course. Would that be something that resonates with you? Is that a concern?
It's always that, Paul. But I think if you're gonna do something, and you've been in business a long time, that nothing comes out of not doing anything.
Yeah.
You need to do something to get somewhere. Look, as long as it's not. I mean, how long is the course?
Well, so what I've done is, because I believe that, as I said, people typically struggle with time.
Yeah.
Each video is no more than 15 minutes long.
Right.
So rather than going for a lot of long videos, what we've done is we've broken it down into bite sizes. So no more than 15 minutes, because
okay.
I figure that everybody has at least 15 minutes a day that they can save. And if you think about it, it doesn't take much of juggling of your daily tasks to squeeze in 15 minutes, even if it's in your lunch break. So what we've done is created 15-minute videos, and then there's a multitude of videos which are all on different topics. So what that does is it means that you can easily find the topic that you need to look at. So for argument's sake, you complete the course and then you forget how to do a particular thing. You can just go back, because you've always got lifetime access to those videos, go back, find the particular topic that you had an issue with, and you can then find the answer to your questions. And being 15-minute long videos, it's not hard to find within that video the specific content that you want.
Right.
And the other thing we're doing is we're creating a lot of quick tip videos. So based on feedback from people that take the course of, sort of things that they maybe were struggling with, do some quick videos where we show them how to deal with that specific issue.
Right.
And that's something that what we're doing is on an ongoing basis is actually expanding the list of quick tip videos. So we invite everyone to also join our private Facebook group. And when you join the Facebook group, you can share ideas, share questions with other people. And if we find that there's a particular question that's coming up that people need help with, what we'll do is then create a video to provide a solution.
Yeah, it's a good idea, yeah.
Because it's really, I think, for small business owners imperative that they have the support that they need in order to do this. Once they become proficient at it, it'll become a way of life and it's not too hard at all. But in the beginning, it's actually going out there and learning and feeling you've got the support so that you can successfully master the art of email marketing. So hence why we've taken this approach and really tried to address what we think would be the obstacles to people completing the course, so that as many people as we can will not only take up the course but actually complete the course. That's the number one priority, is actually to get people to complete the course.
Yeah, I think you're right too, and the support, because you are going to have issues, and it doesn't matter how small or big they are. As long as you've got the support there, it keeps us as business people motivated to carry on and do it.
Okay.
Yeah. That sounds good.
All right. So look, I think your business is a fantastic little business. I think you're doing a lot of things right. You're on Facebook, Instagram. You've got your Google AdWords. You've got a great video which profiles your business, and I think that's really good too.
That's good, yeah.
So you're doing a lot of great things, but I think email marketing is just something you could add to your business. Once you know how to do it, it's free. It just takes your time. So it's a great addition to what you're doing, and to me, it's a no-brainer. So if you're agreeable, why don't we get you to take the course, and then we'll follow up at a later date and just see how you got on with it.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. That'd be good. Yeah, I reckon it'd be excellent.
All right.
Sounds spot on.
Okay, well, good luck with the course, and we'll check back in a few weeks and see how you got on with it.
Yeah, no, awesome. That's great, Paul. Sounds fantastic. Thanks.
All right.